Welcome to Exponential Talks. Today we have an awesome guest, Rohan Roberts. He's an astronomer, he's a scientist, he's a learner, he's a burner. He is an amazing personality, he's a maverick, he is fresh, new thinker. Tell me, what has been your life's journey to get to this point where you can be yourself?
Right. I was born and raised in Dubai. I was here since 1977. For the first 20 years of my life, I was lost, confused. I had no idea that I was able to do anything. I was just run-of-the-mill, just going with the herd, and completely shy and introverted. And that's where I was until I went to university in Leeds in the UK, and I did my master's in literature. And it was a whole new world. I was exposed to an international crowd of students, and that's when I started to figure things out. And I came back and entered the field of education. The fact that I know life is precious in the universe, and life is short, and you only have a few decades on this planet. Might as well live an authentic life.
Is that a kind of advice you would give to people?
I would absolutely give it to young people. I love to travel. I've been to 73 countries now, and I had that wanderlust. I was curious about the world we live in. I wanted to experience things, try different cuisines, learn about cultures. And so Madagascar was next on the cards, and I was there in the middle of the rainforest, searching for lemurs, lost to the world, really disconnected, no internet, no telephones. And I was reading this book by David Deutsch. It's called The Beginning of Infinity. And it was such a mind-expansive, mind-expanding book. And I realized that we live in an incredible universe. And it's so wonderful to be alive and to be self-aware and to be conscious. And as an educator, I wanted to share that excitement about life with my students. And the advice I would give a lot of young people is try different things, try new things, and above all, travel, experience the world.
You know, when I think about universities and I speak to professors and provosts and so on, they often say that university is about preparing you for a job. Would you agree with that? For me, university is preparing you for life, not for a job. What are your thoughts?
I think university should also prepare you for life, because the kinds of questions that help you find meaning and purpose in life, where else are you going to find it? So what we're taught in schools is conformity, and creativity is the opposite of conformity and uniformity. So universities should be institutions where you're allowed to figure things out, and where you're allowed to find meaning and purpose, and where your professors are not just imparters of information, but your mentors and guides, and give you that philosophical, existential perspective on life.
I was at, just to share a story with you, teaching a class for Harvard Business School's executive program. And they asked me how long should a resume be? And the consensus was 1 page. And I said, no, 2 pages. And they said, what, 2 pages? That's too long. I said, no, all of you are really brilliant. So this is your success CV. On this side is your failure CV. What did you screw up at? What kind of mistakes did you make? What did you learn? Can you go back to your school and say, okay folks, write a failure CV? and what would your institution say to something like that?
Oh, well, it's hard to know where to begin. I mean, you'd have to change a lot of mindsets. The problem is, though, because we blacklist failure to such a degree that people feel compelled to pretend to have the answers even when they don't, and mask their failures and put other people down. And so you see that culture spread not just in a school setting, but at the corporate level as well.
Absolutely. I actually have something fun. I call it the 5 F's of failure, which is fail fast, fail frequently, fail frugally, failure is not fatal, and always fail forward. And I have a bonus 6th F, which is failure is a good F word.
Right.
So we can keep using it. One of the things that you spoke about earlier as the head of innovation of a more traditional...
Head of future learning.
Head of future learning, I beg your pardon. Head of future learning of GEMS. What kind of future learning curriculum do you have there, and how expansive is it?
Important focuses of the curriculum is the impact of exponential technologies.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a coming together of AI, genetics, nanotechnology, robotics, quantum computing, and it's disrupting all aspects of society and education as well. And so the old paradigm of getting straight A's at high school, going off to do a bachelor's, then a master's, and a PhD, and a job for life, that paradigm is over. And we would be doing a disservice to our students if we kept insisting on that paradigm. In a world where AI is doing the things we thought were once unique to humans, and then we need to ask ourselves, what is the purpose of us humans in a world where AI is doing all the things we thought were once unique to humans? So these are big, profound, existential questions that there is no easy answer to, but what we should be doing is having conversations about this.
So what is that human emotion that focuses our life towards material stuff? But when we think about things that are really meaningful, it's non-financial and non-material stuff. Where does that value system come back to us?
Well, I think the reason for that is because we live in a society where we are taught that this is what is meaningful and impactful. But it takes us a lifetime to unlearn that material success does not guarantee happiness. And I think the older one gets, the more obvious that becomes.
Rohan, thank you very much indeed. It's a
Great.
real pleasure.
Thank you so much,
and
Tarek.
you've been very generous with your time.